Namaste, my beautiful beings of light. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeanette and I'm a high vibrational being. I am here to deliver messages from the Most High. For those who are new, welcome. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Please don't forget, if the messages resonate with you, hit the like button, share the context, and enjoy the journey. And for my returning subscribers, I love you. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Welcome, welcome. There's nothing but love here, and always the messages is always to bring light to where there is darkness, and to heal, help you heal from these shadows that we have within ourselves, and go back home, go back to oneness, go back to the Creator. And while we're here, we just learn from our lessons, we heal and heal others in the process. I thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And no, I don't do any kind of services. I don't do readings. I have never done it. So please don't be fooled by people using my photos and saying that they're giving free readings or putting comments in people's contacts, because I am not doing that. That's not me. I have not commented on anybody's channel in a while. And I do have a P.O. Box, which is Jeanette Santiago, P.O. Box 857, Cathedral Station, New York, New York, 10025. Yes, my mail has been tampered. Yes, because it's so weird that I used to pay monthly for my mail. Now I'm not having paid my monthly bill in over a year. So somebody obviously, and if I report things, it's like, really seriously, nothing will be done. So I just leave it all to the Most High and just keep it pushing. But I did have two dreams this week. One was yesterday, last night, and they had to do with, there's some stars, celebrities that are in my dreams. They are, it's just so weird. It's like, why are they in my dreams? It's like sex rituals, sex magic. That's what they're doing. And it's like, really, okay, give it up. It's not happening, okay? It's not happening. You guys are really just giving yourself, giving yourself up for the things that you're doing. It's like the movie industry is so wrapped up in doing these dark magic rituals as well. It's not only churches, and it's not only the music industry. It's, oh my, I just like really, this journey I have learned so much, and I'm like, it's like, give it up, guys. It's not gonna work. You're only gonna get yourself caught up. You're gonna get sick in the interim. You're going to, it's not, whatever you're doing to the divine beings, star seeds, light workers, we are all connected to God, and we are in our power. We are in our light. We are very protected. So it's like a boomerang effect. It comes right back to you. And plus, I rebuke you. And then the other dream that I had, a crime scene. There's a person that I'm gonna meet, very, very connected to crimes, law enforcement. I don't know who you are. Or there could be a crime scene that's being investigated. that crime scene that was covered, that was hidden, and you thought that you got away with it. You didn't get away with it. Several people were involved. In hiding this murder. But there's a specific law, a person who works in the law I don't know, I don't want to even go into it anymore because people are nosy and I just don't want to expose, but know that I am aware. Anyway, Spirit lets me see things, and all involved will be, well, you know. Anyway, okay, what I'm gonna do is, because yesterday I tried to do a video and obviously it was cut off. I didn't have enough memory, but I am going to select from this book a myth, a woman of myth, and it just so happened that I stopped on Pesta, and then I will draw out from the goddess cards, and then that'll be the reading. So this is a Norwegian spirit of the Black Death. Oh man, somebody's, again, death is coming up a lot. Pesta is described as a pale and ashen face, gaunt and elderly. She wears a red skirt and carries a rake or broom. The color red, hold on one second, because I got some new glasses, but I can't actually see with these glasses. And maybe I need them stronger. Okay, I can see with these. Pesta is terrifying. Is a terrifying spirit who is said to personify the Black Death in Norway. She is often described as an ashen-faced elderly woman, sometimes blind, who carried the disease to communities throughout the country. Wow. The Black Death came to Norway in 1349, and within a year it had killed a large percentage of the population. The exact number is disputed, but it may have killed as many as 2 out of every 3. There is somebody conjure up diseases for divine beings, and this is going right back to the sender. Stories of Pesta often depicts her in a haunting landscape of lonely valley, high mountains and forests, and echoing figures. The iconic I don't know how you spell it, how you say that name, topography of Norway, and now empty of people. During the Black Death, entire villages were abandoned. Bears hibernated in empty churches. Isolated survivors walked pathways they traveled all their lives, spotting corpses in the undergrowth as the forest slowly reclaimed the roads. The image of Pesta walking alone probably describes a familiar sight in Norway at the time, echoing the terrifying loneliness of an enormous grief of population ravaged and a landscape emptied by a plague. Interest in Pesta revived in the 1800s with the publications of Andreas Faye's collection of Norway's folklore in 1833 that featured stories of her. In the late 1800s and 1900s, Norwegian artist Theodor Kittelsen made a series of illustrations of Pesta that captured her haunting, grief-stricken iconography. Well, I can't even speak. What the hell? I'm sorry. In more modern times, Pesta was featured in the video game The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. This is her story. Pesta is described as a lone elderly woman wearing a red skirt, so somebody may like to wear red. And as an elderly woman, hunchback and carrying a rake. Not an actual, well, this is her story. This is Pesta's story. And a broom that she uses to sweep the landscape clean of human habitation. If she carries a rake to a town, some will survive. If she carries a broom, all will die. Everywhere she passes, people die in droves, leaving the land to the beasts and the supernatural creatures of the forest and underworld of the howling wind coming off the sea. Pesta moves from villages to village and home to home, often traveling by boat across the fjords to reach isolated communities. One myth tells of a boatman who picked up an old woman traveling from one village to another across a fjord. As he rolled her across the deep, narrow lake, the boatman slowly realized who his passenger was. Stopping in the middle of the fjord, he begged her to spare his life. Pesta told him that she could not protect him from death, but she could make his end a peaceful one. The man returned home feeling slightly sleepy. He lay down on his bed and fell asleep. By morning, he was dead. Tales of Pesta illustrates the way the plague behaved and spread. Her stories show us how closely and accurately the Norwegian observed the disease, even without the benefit of modern medical knowledge. Like Pesta, the plague moved from village to village and from home to home. It traversed vast forests and mountain ranges, even crossing water. Pesta is often depicted by traveling by boat, with an unlucky boatman dying soon after they transport their deadly passengers. In reality, the bacterium that carried the Black Death, Yersinia pestis, often came to communities by boat, carried both by infected people and rats. In Norway, they were long, deep, and narrow fjords, score, and landscapes. Boat was often the only way to travel between isolated villages. The ghost ship runs aground. The way the Black Death came to Norway is especially spooky. In the 14th century, the plague spread through Europe, traveling from east to west on merchant ships. As news as the plague spread, countries started to restrict travel and quarantine foreign merchant ships to prevent the disease from entering. It didn't work. The plague continued to spread primarily on those merchant ships. In 1349, A merchant ship sailed from England to Norway with the plague on board. Some stories say that the crew tried unsuccessfully to contain the disease by quarantining 6 sailors, but it didn't work. One by one, the crew members died, until finally the ship ran aground on a beach near Bergen, with all or most of the crew dead on board. This account is disputed, however. Others' accounts state that the crew was not all or even mostly dead by the time the ship arrived in Bergen, but they started to die soon after the cargo was unloaded. And then the population of Bergen started to die as well. The inhabitants of Bergen sank the original merchant ships, but by then it was too late. Accounts also tell us several other ships running around on beaches in the area with all or most of their crews dead, and as the disease continued to burn through Europe. It's going to be a plague. There's going to be lots of deaths. This is what I'm getting. Spirit just guided me to this page, and this is the message that I'm receiving. There's a lot of death that's going to be happening, and it's something that is not going to be controlled, can't be controlled. Let's see. I don't know if I should do this. Okay, I'll do this, the goddess, and then I'm just going to end this. Well, let me see what the spirit goddess have to say.